caught the public on it. When I was very young, I went to Philadelphia to go to the Final Four, which is the only other thing worth doing, of course, besides theater and film is basketball. And I was sitting through this game with a very dear friend, and the game was, quite boring. And for some reason, although I've probably never left a game early in my life, actually before or since, we said, you know what, this game is dull, we've already seen a game, let's just try and run to New York, let's try and see something. And we were kids, and so we impulsively, got on our coats and just ran out the door, got to the train station. The train was just leaving, and we take the train from Philadelphia to New York. We get to New York, and it's 7:45. This story's only going on for another couple hours, which is great. And we get there, we get to Penn Station at 7:45, and we run pell-mell. So what are we going to see? And my friend Doug says, well, there's this show, A Chorus Line, I've heard about, and which had just opened. And so we get to A Chorus Line, it's 8 o'clock, and we're like two scraggly kids, long hair, blah, blah. And these two people are walking in the theater, and they're giving, and this is like, oh, do you want tickets? Our kids couldn't make it. So we went in, it was the 5th performance of the show. And we went up in the balcony, the last row in the balcony. And in those days, it wasn't so stringent on Broadway, so we were able to walk down and sit in the aisle in the first row in the balcony. And the show started, and it changed my life. And that is a story which is, it was a tsunami of experience. And it's a story which, as I've, done all these shows in New York and met so many theater people, it's a common story. So many of us have had our lives informed by A Chorus Line. And so it was such a thrill when John Reglio was here tonight as our executive producer. It's for John that we do this, and we're thrilled to be here. And the other person, and I'll turn over to Adam, that I want to thank is as A Chorus Line, great news, who it's truly an honor to have been able to watch and listen to the tapes, watch her perform, met her, Donna McKechnie, who was having us back to the festival, which is our dearest and favorite festival. I want to stop there and now after the open. Thanks.
Can we raise the house lights a little higher even so we can see all these beautiful people who are loving this film? Jake, I said to you before, has any audience seen this film before? And you answered me, you are actually the first people to ever see it. This is stunning. It means so much. You sit there in an edit room for whatever it was, 18 months, and you're just going over and over and over. And it seems, there's so many, especially with a film like this, there's so many different storylines, and trying to get the metric right between the historical and which gives context and meaning to the revival and what these dancers go through. And so trying to sort of get all that right, was long. Thank you. Can we maybe just pass the microphone down and hear from each of you? We have Donna McKechnie, John Reglio, J.R. Lee, Charlotte Lenoir, Jessica Lee Bolton, and Natalie Cortez, who sings What I Did for Love over the credits. So Donna, let's start with you.
I'm in shock. I'm like you all. It's the first time I've seen it, and it is absolutely so beautiful, so beautifully done, and the sense of history. I think everyone connected with the film did such a brilliant job. job, really. I think, if I could presume to say this, as Bob said in the film, I think Michael would have really loved this, right, York? Because the sense of history with the theme of I just don't even have words for it. It's everything the show was on stage. The film brought to a whole other place of the spontaneity and the heartbreaking beauty of everyone's effort to do what they love. So I'm speechless.
You know, for the three of us, and I wish Bobby and Vivian could be here, this is a 36, 37-year journey. We started in 1974, so it's sort of out-of-body experience for us to be here tonight. And 4 or 5 years ago is when I decided to bring the show back to Broadway, and I wanted to do something that I thought would define Chorus Line for 2006 in a different way than it was in 1975. And I really had no idea what I would do with this piece. And I saw a couple of documentaries, and I said, you know, it would be wonderful if we could do something. And one of the main objectives was to celebrate what it is to be a dancer, an actor, part of what is the ruling business of the theater business in New York City. I've lived with it for 38 years from the outside, watching people like these on the stage here give every bit of their guts and soul and heart every day that they live in this business. And these are the triumphs here, but the tough rejection, which is what Chorus Line is about, except it's a rejection. I wanted to see if we could capture that on film somehow, along with the historical perspective. And it took me about a year or so to figure out how to do it. And
This has been an incredible journey for me. 34 years. It's been a lifelong journey for me. Ever since Michael came down to the green room and said, Violet, the show is yours, and you will take it all over the world and put it on and represent all of us. And this film, you've represented all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I didn't know I was going to speak. But please, let me tell you some story. No. I have nothing to say except that this was the first time I saw the movie, Like Donna, and it was really a treat for me. I was so nervous. I was like sweating in the back, like, oh my God, because I had no idea. And it blew me away. So I want to say thank you. I mean, really. Incredible what you pulled together, and the whole thing is seamless, and it's so truthful, and it is our lives. And I just want to say that I am just so thrilled to finally be on the stage with Donna McKechnie. And the other last thing I want to say is that I'm just so glad I got the job.
I'm so thankful to be here. I mean, you saw, I didn't think I was going to get this job. And I just want to thank you guys. Because, I'm here in a film, it's crazy. I never thought in my wildest dreams, you know, how 2.5 years ago, that I would be standing here, and I'm very blessed to be part of the show, and now to be part of this, and thank you for representing us this way. It's beautiful.
Laura's I played Deanna Morales, and even though, I just have to tell you, even though not everyone's story is told, everyone's story is told in this film. Like, it's exactly, I felt like I was watching my story, even though, thank God you didn't show my auditions. I can't believe I got the job either. But and thank you for your wonderful,